Hello my Wolfpack and welcome to the PAC Week 3 battle where we were battling against Terra, who is currently at the top of the league, doing really fantastic, and has a really scary team. So you can see this, it is a playback, because honestly, and I'm recording this like 3 weeks later. I think it was a really late battle for me and I just was exhausted, so I was in bed playing it, and I've only just got round to being able to actually, do the post-com. So what we're going to do, we're going to play through this. I've done it at a slower speed so I can kind of talk through different things. Honestly, interesting match, and I'll talk you through a lot of kind of what happened. So if I can find my mouse somewhere, there it is. There we go. So we have got, the start off here, Masquerain was my lead, and he also decided to lead with Mudsdale, so obviously very, very solid there. I immediately go for Sticky Web because this team is very, very fast, and obviously trying to nullify the Floatzel was kind of my main aim here. You've then got Mudsdale. Mudsdale was very scary, and with this turn, it decides to go for Stone Edge, which does hit, and it takes me down to my Sash. I did run Sash this week, purely for kind of this sort of situation. At this point, I'm just thinking, you know what, let's just go out with a bang. I went for Hydro Pump here. We did hit the Hydro Pump, but he did switch into Noivern, basically predicting that. So, yeah, at this point, I kind of just want to go down. And he goes for Defog, which is really, really annoying. And I go for Air Slash. Air Slash actually does do a little bit of damage here. But yeah, I was like not too happy that he had gone for the Defog there, getting rid of my Sticky Web straight away. I definitely think I misplayed these first couple of turns, but obviously, we'll see what continues on with the match. So at this point with Flamethrower, we do take the first loss of the match with Masquerain going down, meaning that I now have no capability to set up webs again, which means that my team is going to be struggling a little bit, if I'm completely honest. So I bring in Titan here with the idea of using Ice Shard. He does switch into Chi-Yu here, which was a really obvious switch in, realistically. And I go for the Ice Shard because, you know what, I'm wanting to get rid of this Noivern. I'm going for very predictable moves at this point. And he is seeing through these predictions kind of straight away. So, Ice Shard there. I then switch into Altaria. I thought Altaria has the best kind of option to deal with this. It should be able to take an attack. He goes for Nasty Plot, which actually, he basically could get a free Nasty Plot there. I'm not sure if I was Choice Scarfed into, or not Choice Banded into Ice Shard there. If I wasn't, then I definitely misplayed because I could have gone for Earthquake. But, yeah, he predicted that. That Dark Pulse immediately takes out Altaria, which is very, very scary. I then bring in Sandy Shocks. Now, my Sandy Shocks is scarfed here, and the idea would be that I would Earth Power. Now, obviously, if I was making a good prediction, I would go for like Thunderbolt, because realistically, something like Pelipper's going to come in. But I was also worried that the Mudsdale might come in. It was a very risky kind of consideration that I had here. But it does go into Mudsdale, and I did go for Earth Power here, which does do a fair bit of damage. Obviously, gets the stamina boost, but I don't want Sandy Shocks to go down here, so I do decide to switch into Slowbro here. Slowbro obviously being able to tank a few different attacks. He does get Stealth Rocks up here, which is a bit of a problem because I have no way of getting rid of them. So with this, Screamtail comes in, and I decided to go for Psychic here, predicting some kind of switch. I did predict a switch kind of into Noivern. I thought because that's the resist, it could have gone into Pelipper or Floatzel as well for a resist. But I did go for Psychic here, predicting that. But obviously, he went for the pretty solid switch in here that actually could take anything that I wanted to throw at it. So, Psychic doesn't do much here. Encore putting me into Psychic again. Honestly, if you've seen my competitive guide video, Encore is one of the best moves to run on Screamtail because you can then just start setting things up and you can just continue to Encore, and it's really fast and able to do that. So, Screamtail actually can be quite scary if used in the right situation. But yeah, I continue having to go for Psychic here. Honestly, these plays are well above me. So Titan comes in. I am running Heavy Duty Boots on Titan, so I'm not choiced. Do see the Wish go off there, which is kind of annoying. We get Dazzling Gleams, but we also go for Earthquake here just to get some damage off. I was predicting that he was going to switch there into Chi-Yu because that was what was going to make logical sense. But we do see another Wish go off here. I continue to go for Earthquake again, predicting these switches that never seem to come. And then in this turn, I take another Dazzling Gleam. And I still go for that Earthquake because I'm still thinking he's going to switch, 100% is going to switch. And the Screamtail just keeps on getting healed up. So, it is really annoying. I go for Icicle Crash here. which obviously does a little bit more damage, but still not doing a great deal. Honestly, Screamtail is such a scary mon. Getting more Dazzling Gleam damage up here. I go for the Earthquake there, which does take it down lower, but then he gets full recovery. Honestly, not playing very well here, if I'm completely honest. Screamtail was actually just a really scary mon to deal with in general. But yeah, we've got Titan, basically about to go down. Like, it's going to take one more hit. I do miss an Icicle Crash, which is annoying, but at the same time doesn't really matter at all. I live on 1 HP, which, you know, cool. We could have definitely taken the Screamtail down lower to about 50%-ish, but obviously that wasn't a possibility. Do see him go for this, and I do miss the second Icicle Crash, which is quite annoying there. But, you know, that's just the way it goes. So I do go down this turn, he gets back to full health, which is very annoying. You know, I've got 3 mons left, 2 of them are choiced. I go into Sandy Shocks here. I think I have got Flash Cannon, and my thought process was to kind of go with that. We do see the Protect here. But I do go for Earth Power, predicting a potential switch. Earth Power does a little bit of damage, not enough, realistically. Encore into Earth Power, and at this point, you know, realistically, I should be thinking the switch is going to be Pelipper here. This is going to be switched into Pelipper, so I switch into Slowbro, and he switched into Noivern, not Pelipper. So that was kind of my thought process with that. Draco Meteor does take Slowbro down very, very low. And I do go for a Psychic to take out the Noivern, so I have at least taken out 1 Pokemon. But Slowbro is now well done, essentially. It's going to get fried. Flamethrower does hit. I think I did click Slack off that turn, but obviously to no avail. So, yeah, this was not my finest match. I do go into Heracross here with the idea of getting a fighting type attack off. I Terra into my Electric Terra type. I do go for the Terra Blast. It doesn't quite do enough. Annoyingly, I don't know if there was any rolls involved with that, but you know, obviously I then take a ton of damage, which is not great, and I think here I just, I have to choose an attack, but there's nothing I can really do. I think the only move that I could click was Flash Cannon, because that way was the only way to actually be able to get any damage on everything. I couldn't have gone for Thunderbolt because Mudsdale was still there. I couldn't have gone for Earth Power because Pelipper was still there. So realistically, I was just stuck in a corner at this point. So I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens here. We do get that U-turn out here. I've already said GG because obviously there's nothing I can do here. Realistically, there's nothing I can do, and Floatzel's going to outspeed me regardless. Probably going to wave crash into me, I think, and just, you know, Terra is just to show off. But yeah, the wave crash does take me out, unfortunately, and that does lead to the end of the match, which obviously, you know, and I've said it in there, well, you can't actually see in there, but he said GG, and yeah, I didn't actually see this last comment, but yeah, Terra read me like a book. Their reply was, I try, lol, I haven't played a lot of Gen 9, but it's been fun for using these mons. And honestly, this was a really scary really scary team to prep for. Honestly, so many good mons involved in this team. And actually, I don't know a way that I could have done this. The only way that I could have done it is if I'd have kind of played more around with the idea of Noivern. But that was definitely a very valid win. He won 5-0. Obviously, you know, did really, really well, predicted me a lot, and I don't think I played top of my game there, if I'm completely honest, but, you know, that's a GG. That is a GG, it's what happens, but that's kind of the game, I suppose. Yeah, I got put into a position, if I have had, like, something to parry off with, what's it called, with Sandy Shocks, then potentially we would have seen a little bit more. I think Sandy Shocks definitely was my win con here, but I think I just got put into a position late game where I just could not possibly deal with it, and regardless, with the rain up, yeah, Altaria was like the bad kind of switch in there. Didn't really have anything per se to actually get rid of Chi-Yu. I don't even know if I have a water type on my team, if I'm completely honest. I can't actually remember my team off the top of my head, but, you know, obviously, that was a GG. It was well played on Terra's part. I definitely could have played a lot better, but at the same time, his predictions were spot on. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. I'm going to get out of here, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.